Minneapolis is great when it comes to this, but we have 97% small and independent businesses. A lot of them are owned by new immigrants to this country. We've got a lot of East African businesses, and we want to support those businesses as best we can. There's a lot of barriers though. There's economic barriers, there's language barriers. So what C4 and some of our other funding has allowed us to do is we have on-staff translation. We've translated a lot of our materials. We've brought these resources out to the business community in a way that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise. My name is Jamie Schumacher. I'm the director of the West Bank Business Association, and we are in the Southern Theater. The creative installations that we have right now, they're all along Cedar Avenue. Last year we did a bunch of collaborative cleanup efforts, and we noticed that there were some hot spots for graffiti and trash that kind of collected in the neighborhood. We also lacked wayfinding from station to station. We have both the green line and the blue line in the neighborhood, but there's no wayfinding to get from one to the other. So what we're exploring this year, we're using these creative pop-ups to explore where we might install permanent wayfinding and signage for the neighborhood, and also using this as a preventative measure for some of the graffiti that's happening in the neighborhood as well. Here on the Southern, we've got an interactive mural that's on the outside wall. People can interact with the questions that are on the wall. There's a little lot in between the Wienery and one of the other buildings on the West Bank, and we put there a little walkway and some benches that people could come eat or hang out. It's not a park, but a lot of people use it as a gateway point to the neighborhood. People are sitting there and having lunch or just pausing, and it looks cared for. It doesn't look like a neglected space full of trash. We'll be doing another wave of installations, and again, just trying to reinforce Cedar Avenue as a pedestrian corridor with public art.
There is a great amount of money that's been given to the West Bank Business Association for these types of things. And I think one of the real success stories of the West Bank Business Association is how the board and the executive director, Jamie Schumacher, are using that money very directly to fund artists, to pay them for their time, to create the work of these installations and these pop-ups that are going in, to support strategic planning for small nonprofits, small businesses that are creating services on the West Bank to make it a better place. This is incredibly valuable that we can have very quickly funds going to create things and then immediately seeing that impact.
My name is Phil Kelly. I live and work and play, and if I prayed, I would pray in this neighborhood as well. I have lived in the neighborhood for almost 2 years now, and was involved with the neighborhood organizations about starting a year prior to those 2 years. But my connection to the neighborhood really started as a student at the University of Minnesota. The first project we did was banners, kind of facetiously saying West Bank, Best Bank. We wanted to plaster that all over the neighborhood and really try and highlight businesses that the mainstream community at the university might not otherwise notice or go into. Thinking about ways that the neighborhood that we can change the neighborhood, take ownership of these spaces, and I'm excited about trying to use that same process and platform to get more youth involved